Hi dear students, welcome back to computer science class. In our previous session we have learned special string operators like concatenation operator plus repetition operator into, that is asterisk, in and out in membership operators, then replicating like that is what repetition is, then comparison operators like equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, then string slicing, getting substring, then some more operators or examples of all those operations. Then strings are immutable, cannot be changed. Then these were the topics we have gone through in our previous session, and today we have our final topic, the last topic of strings in Python in our +1 standard. Then in this session we will be looking mainly at string methods and built-in functions. You know what actually built-in functions are? Methods are another terminology for built-in functions or functions, right? So functions are block of code that performs a specific task, right? And functions can be categorized into two: built-in functions and user-defined functions. Built-in functions are functions which are already defined there in Python standard library, and that is one of the most attractive features of Python programming language, because it consists of huge library, right? A vast library. Then user-defined functions are functions which are defined by the user, and whenever there is not functions, we do not have functions that perform some task which is already available, we have to create our own function, and user defined functions belong to that category of functions which are defined by the user. Built-in functions are already defined, user defined functions are functions which are already, means which are to be defined by the user, right. So here we will be having some functions, built-in functions that are associated with string operations, right. Yes. So it allows us to modify and manipulate strings. Actually string functions or string methods or built-in functions allow us to easily modify and manipulate strings. So let us begin with the first function, len. From the term itself we can explain len. Len is a built-in function which can be used to find length of a string, that is it. Length of a string means how many characters are present in a string or there in a string. Okay. So the syntax is len of str. Here str is a string variable, okay, is a string, and we have an example, word equal to good morning. Word is a variable, is a string variable having the string good space morning, okay, which is in quotes. Then we are applying len of word and it shows 12. You know how we are getting 12? How to find the length of word? You can start with 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 space 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the last character G, and means the number is 12. So we can say the length of word is 12. That's it. So it's a very simple function used to find the length of a string. Can you give me some examples for applying this len function? Real-time examples or web applications or anything. Can you relate to? Yes, one application is, of course, when you sign up into any account, you will be asked to enter the password, right? Yes. So there are different levels, okay, different status which can be given to a password, like low, medium, high, strong, those kind of things, right. It's simply based on the length. First, we can say it's based on the length of the string, and if it's for example, if it's 5, we can say it's low. If it's 8, we can say it's medium. If it is 10, we can say it's strong, right. Yes. And of course we know it must be a combination of most of the time it must be a combination of uppercase, lowercase, special character, number, all those kind of things, right. But the primarily we can say the prime concern is to the length of the string or the length of the the password, right. So which can be an example for len. Okay, we can have it for an example for len. Okay. Yes. And here it is capitalized as our second function, first letter in uppercase. That's what capitalize is. Capitalizing means from the word itself we can say capitalize, okay, first word to caps, first letter to caps, yeah. So which can be applied using the syntax str dot capitalize. We are not passing anything to capitalize function. Instead, we are calling the function capitalize using the variable. Okay. In the case of len, we have seen inside parenthesis we can pass our string, right, len of word, but using capitalize function we are not having anything as parameter. Instead, we are calling capitalize function using str. Hope you get it. Str dot capitalize. Okay. Yes. And we have an example here, str equal to welcome. Str is a string variable having the value welcome. That str dot capitalize, we are calling the function capitalize for str. So now, okay, initially we have a w in lowercase, then after applying capitalize, after calling the function capitalize for str, w will be changed to what, caps, okay, uppercase. Yes. So this is how capitalize works. Then we have split. You know what actually split is? Split into, that is a string, multi-word string can be split into multiple words. Okay. Break up a string at the specified separator and return a list of substrings. Okay. So split function gives us a list of substrings, and the way we apply split function is following the syntax str dot split separator comma max split. Okay. Split function takes two parameters, one is separator, that is optional, and separator is a delimiter. Okay. For example, space, colon, semicolon, comma, dot, whatever it is. So that is what separator is, a symbol used to separate, right, separate two words, two strings, whatever it is. Then not specified, white space will be taken, like space or new line will be taken, right. And separator is an optional here in split function and is a delimiter, and if we do not specify anything as a separator, white space like space or new line will be taken. Then max split, it is also optional, maximum number of splits, by default it is 1. Okay. Yes. Maximum number of maximum limit means limit on number of splits, that is what default means, that is what max split is, maximum split, that is it. Okay. So these are the parameters, separator and max split. Then let us have some examples. X equal to blue colon green colon red. Okay. Then we are applying the same way we call capitalize x dot split. Then we have the parameter call what, semicolon, right. We have separator semicolon to separate blue and green, green and red, right. Yes. So we use the separator as semicolon, then this will be the result. Okay. Blue, green, red, blue, green and red, blue colon, green colon, red. Actually here in X, blue, green, red is given as a single string, but we are getting a list of strings, right. A list of strings here as a result of split function, blue, green and red as separate strings. Okay. Then we have another example, text equal to love your country, and here in the first case we have separator as what, semicolon, and here in the second case we do not have any what, love your country, it is space, right, love space your space country. Then print text dot split. You can see now what separator is given. In the first case we have semicolon, what semicolon is given as separator, but in second case we do not have anything as separator, okay, any symbol as separator. So we have seen here, if we do not have any separator, if we do not specify anything, white space or new line will be taken as a separator. Okay. For example, the result will be like love comma your comma country. Okay. Yes. So here it is semicolon separator, here we do not have anything as separator. So at the time what, space will be taken as a separator. Okay. Space will be taken as separator. Yes. So that is third function, split, used to break up string at a specified separator and returns a list of substrings. Okay. And we have two parameters, separator, max split. Max split most of the time we avoid that. Okay. Separator can be given. Okay. It is up to the user, both are optional. Yes. Always keep in mind both are optional. Then we have the fourth function, replace. Replace all occurrence with new string. Example, find and replace. We have the option find and replace in most of the word or editing softwares, or we can say text editing softwares like Word, OpenOffice, Writer, whatever it is. Okay. Wherever it is. Yeah. Excel. Okay. Yes. Then replace all occurrence with new string, and we have an example, str equal to this is a string example. Str is a string variable having the value this is a string example, then we are applying replace, print str dot replace. The same way we call the function split capitalize, we call the function replace using the variable, okay, str dot replace. Then we have to give the the parameters is comma was. What is that? Is comma was. Is should be replaced with was, that is the meaning, okay. Is should be replaced with was. That means wherever we see or the interpreter finds is will be replaced by was, that is it, okay. So, th was, actually this the first word is this, right. Here we have one is. So, that is will be replaced by was. So, th was, and again we have one is, that will also be replaced by was. Wherever we have the occurrence of is will be replaced by was, okay. So, was a string example. So, this is how replace function works, okay. So, replace all occurrence with new string, that is it. Then we have the final topic, state and transition, okay. So, these were the built-in functions, len, capitalize, split and replace, okay. Yes. Then state and transition. You know what actually state is? Possible internal configuration of hardware or software caused by some external input or action, okay. This is the exact definition, and when we go out of the definition, we can say some states, on state, right. Okay, initially we can have off state, okay. When a computer is off state, off is a state, on is another state. When you press that start button or switch, okay, start switch, we can say it is in on state, right. So, these are some of the states, on state and off state. Then transition means when you power up the button, when you press the power button, what happens is at present our computer is in off state, and soon after pressing the power button, the computer state will be changed from off state to on state, that is it. Hope you get the transition, okay. State means possible internal configuration of hardware software caused by some external input or outputs or actions. For example, let us consider our machine, our computer as an example. We have two states, on state and off state, or off state and on state, okay. Off state is a state, on state is another state. Then transition means when you power up, when you press the power button of your CPU, at present the computer is in off state, and soon after pressing it will be changed from off state to on state, that is it. So, transition means a marked change from one state to another state. Here in our case we have seen from off state to on state in response to external input or action, okay. So, here from this image we can see this guy is changing or shifting from this group to this group, right. Yes, that is it, okay. So, initially this circle consists of how many members? 1, 2, 3 and this member as well, right. So, 4 members, and this group consists of 3 members, right. So, that was the status initially, and transition means when this guy jumped out of the first group to another group, we can call it as transition because of some external inputs or actions, okay. So, these were the topics for the day, for the session, okay, string methods and built-in functions and state and transition. So, this is all about our fourth chapter, strings in Python, and we have almost come to the end of the chapter, okay. So, let us have a quick revision, and it is of course, as I am always telling you, this is one of the most important topics or concepts in every programming language, especially in Python, okay. Strings, we have seen what strings are, okay. Then creating strings, inputting quotes in a string, single quotes and double quotes, multi-line strings, traversing, iterating, special operators, then replication, comparison operators, slicing, then immutable, then today's topics, built-in functions and state and transition, okay. So, as I always remind you at the end of every class, you have to do first you have to make sure that you are getting every theory stuff, right, okay. After that you can go for practicals, okay. You must practice each and every program, every single program, okay. Even if it is small, big, whatever it is, okay. So, you must have a thorough practice because it is a programming, it's programming, of course, at the end it's programming, right. So, we have to give equal importance to theory as well as practicals, okay. Yes. So, this is all for the time being. Thank you for watching. Have a nice time and see you in the next video. Take care.